Hello everybody, it's Richard Deadless, and I'm bringing you this Spec Ops gameplay I mentioned in my last commentary. This is part one of a two-part episode, or with two parts. I'll be uploading it in due to the length of it. It's 32 minutes long, I think. This part's the longest part. I don't know why I chose the longest part to do first. I could have split it into two equal lengths. But hey ho, they're both going to be about 14-15 minutes long anyway. It's not going to be much difference. I'm playing with Boss Alan, one of my subscribers. This is on Underground. It's probably the easiest map, I think. It is in the easy section, but it's stupidly easy to get quite far on this. But what I didn't realise before starting this is Boss Alan's American, which kind of made the connection a little bit dodgy for him at times, but it wasn't too bad. He did die a few times due to randomness. I presume it was lag that caused him to go down, although I'm not too sure if it was lag or whether it was just him in a bad position at the wrong time. I'm not really going to talk much about the Spec Ops match itself because, well, it's basically camping it after a while. It's the only way of getting far on Spec Ops is by camping up in an area. But hopefully I'll do some more of these as well from different maps. I'm gonna attempt to get Ben to do a few more with me, and I reckon we can, and anyone else that wants to give it a go as well even, and see if we can get to round 30 on all the maps as I mentioned in that other commentary. But the next one I want to try is Arcaden, which is in the insane category. I know I can get further than what me and Ben did because I went for a cup of tea and a cigarette at round 25 and left him on his own, which was really stupid of me, but it was quite entertaining to come back and realise that he got absolutely raped. I reckon if I'd been there we'd have got a lot further. And I'm not trying to big myself up or anything, it was just he couldn't cope with what was coming at him. We'd just had a jug round, so I thought it would be safe, but apparently after a while you get jugs almost every round on there, which is kind of insanely stupid. It's quite annoying. If you can hear a random whistling noise in the background, it's probably the wind. I'm not sure why it's so loud in my room because the windows are shut, but hey ho, it's windy outside. And apparently we're going to get some snow in the next couple of days, which is even more entertaining. But yeah, this back bit here is the best area I've found on this map to get a nice position in, and you're pretty well set up here. Put a couple of sentry guns in that back bus stop thing. I think it's a bus stop. And basically one of you guards the top of the stairs. Later on, there's a few rounds you can run around and do what you want on. It's not exactly hard. It's the easiest waves ever. But yeah, after a while you just camp up there, and one guards the stairs and the other one runs back and forth protecting the two flank routes and giving them a hand on the stairs if they need it. Boss Alan was only level 19 in this, so he hadn't got full access to everything that I've got full access to, because I'm pretty sure I rank up to 44 in this. I think it was 44, I can't remember, we'll see it in a minute anyway. It's fairly close to this bit where I rank up. But yeah, I've got access to basically everything now. But I don't know why I was spinning around there. I was kind of being random and checking my sensitivity was high enough. But yeah, the MP7, which I'm using at the minute, is probably the best machine gun to use on this. I have tried the P90, but I haven't used it that much. I'm going to probably give it another whirl when the next game that I do, I'd have a fiddle around with that again. But P90 is pretty good on multiplayer. It's what I generally use as a submachine gun. The PP on here isn't very good because of the fire rate. I have trouble actually using the ammo up properly by killing people and not wasting half of it. It's the same as a FAD, which I do buy later on for some unknown reason. I can't remember why I did it. But yeah, that high fire rate just seems to hamper them, and you seem to waste so many bullets, and later on they seem to eat the bullets as well because it takes so much to kill them. But that's because later on in the round they start getting more and more armor on the guys, and you basically do get a whole army sent at you each wave. But I don't think you see any of that in this video. That'll be in the second part when it starts getting a little bit tricky. But yeah, I'm still talking about Spec Ops Season Nurse, and I wasn't really going to talk about it. There we go. I ranked up to, I don't know what level that is. I think that was 44. I'm not too sure. I didn't really play much attention. I can't remember what level I am now either. I'll have a look later on and probably put it in the description what level I am. Yeah. One of the best ways of doing this I found, as I'm probably going to talk about Spec Ops now, even though I said I didn't. But yeah, it's level 40 I ranked up to. But yeah, the best weapon setup I found is having a submachine gun, which I generally use the MP7. I will pick up the MP5 at the start for a few rounds and use up all the free ammo that you get given, but yeah. If you grab the MP7, and I found grabbing a M60 with a grip and a red dot, and you pretty much set up, because the M60's got the huge clip of ammo that you can use for pounding into the juggernauts, the helicopters, and if needed it's there for when your teammate gets downed and you need to just spray the hell out of everything that's in the way. Them rig guys that you see, all the guys at the glowing ridge just saying, another one there, if you've not played Spec Ops before, they have C4 strapped to the bodies, so they're basically idiots with dead man's hand on. You get people with that, you get people with second chance, and then later on this map you get people placing claymores all over the place, which is why you've got to camp up, because what they put them everywhere. The amount of times I've come down to buy ammo or something from this box and there's been a claymore down the side of it that's downed me is insane. If your sentry guns get down, you can rebuy them as many times as you want, but yet again, in the later rounds, it gets quite hard to get across to buy them due to the claymores. You've got to be really careful where you tread and really watching your feet more than the map. But yeah, on some of the other maps, you don't really get claymores lying around. You get basically Nova gas canisters laying around that trigger off, and you just get a huge puff of crap come up all over your screen. You can't really see where you're going. You walk really slow, and it's just really, really irritating. I'm glad there's not claymores even as well as that on the floor, because that would be really fucking gay. But yeah, I'm doing pretty well with this thing. This is the second run through this. I did upload this today, earlier on, which is the 1st of December if you're watching this at a later date, but I had forgotten to turn the game volume down enough. So when I uploaded it and listened through it, the first 5 minutes seemed fine, and then after that all you could hear is the freaking gameplay and hardly hear me, which is like one of my other commentaries was, one of the first ones I did on the PlayStation. But yeah, this time I've turned it right down. You probably won't be able to hear the gameplay that much, but there's not much to be said. All you can hear is the character saying reload and a random attacking Russian speaking Russian saying random crap, which I've got no idea what they're saying. It'd be handy if they actually spoke in English, but yeah, it's designed so they're Russian anyway. Just now you just noticed me by a Predator missile. It's kind of a waste. I don't know why I did this, apart from to show off about killing a juggernaut in one shot of a Predator missile. You don't need the Preds to kill the jugs. Not at the start anyway. After the first few sets of jugs, a Predator missile will be kind of helpful, because I think it's the 4th set of jugs you get. You don't just get the jugs, you get more men coming at you as well as the jugs. You get helicopters, and that's when it starts getting chaotic, and you've really got to rely heavily on teamwork to get going past that. Yeah. If you guys want the second part, I won't commentate over. I'll put some music over the background of it. I've got someone who I'm subscribed to does covers of random songs. I can get hold of him, as he's already shown interest, as I asked him the other night. Well, no, it was the other day. I think it was when I uploaded another commentary. I was speaking to him, and he was willing to do some songs with his guitar and sing a cover of a couple of songs, or a song to put over the background of a video of mine. So if he's still able to do that, and I'd give him enough notice, he'll be able to do that over the second part for me, or over another video of Spec Ops. So yeah, he's pretty good at what he does. I found his channel by him leaving me a message on my YouTube back page with a channel page, and I had a look, and he was pretty good. Yeah, I think this is around 11. This is where it starts to get a little bit harder, but not a lot harder. It's about round 20 when it starts to get ludicrous. But you'll see in the second part, 'cause I'm pretty sure this ends about round 13, maybe 15. I can't remember. I wasn't really watching it that much when I did the first commentary, but yeah, it's a fairly easy map as long as all the maps aren't extremely hard. The only one that was even remotely challenging was Hard Hat, I think it was called, but that's a small map. There's nowhere really where you can set up. We did find somewhere to set up. I think we got to round 20 when I was playing with Ben. I think that's the highest we got to it. We originally tried camping it out in the tunnel as the first run through, but that got us as far as round 9, which I thought was highly amusingly pathetic. But we tried it again in another spot, and we made it to round 21, 22, 20, somewhere around there, and was happy with that because we was going through all the maps back to back to get to round 15 at least on them. And when we did this one the first time through, we found this area on, I think, no, it was the second one we found this area on, and decided it was a good area to set up shop in, and we made it to round 30. I think it's 30, 31. This gameplay goes up to round 26. But yeah, it's none of these. The only thing that really I find challenging about these things is communication. If you don't keep in contact with the person you're playing with and keep feeding each other things like if they need help, how many's coming, even though they're on the minimap and you can see how many, it can be kind of, well, the minimap does show where they are. It doesn't really tell you effectively how many there are. There is a thing where it says wave 13 now, just underneath that. Occasionally it will tell you how many's left, but I haven't noticed how often that pops up, and sometimes it can be a bit challenging playing on here, especially with randoms. I've had 2 games of randoms, I think, and they didn't go well. I think it's the same as when I used to do zombies with randoms. I love doing it, but I never really get far. It's the amusement of just playing with randoms and trying to get them past the highest scores, because I think, yeah, the highest I ever got on Ascension was round 32, and that was with randoms. It started off with 4 of us, and it ended up with 2 of us who just kept going for hours, and to the point that we realised it was really pointless getting any further, because it's going to say with 4, which doesn't give you as high a ranking on the leaderboard. Hopefully part 2 will be up within a week. I'm going to try and upload a lot more often than I have been doing. I haven't got another gameplay yet to go with it, so it will be the next video you will see will probably be part 2 of Spec Ops with Boss Allen. Although it won't take me a lot of effort to get a gameplay on COD. I'll just have to change my playstyle back to how I got that other gameplay, because I've started running around like a dick at times just to piss people off, because I end up in lobbies with a load of idiots at times. I've ended up in quite a few US lobbies recently, which I presume is down to the host migration system and the host recognition system, which checks how good your connection is and then finds a suitable host. And because I'm on a 50 meg connection in the UK, it puts me in a US lobby because it seems evenly fair. I get a 3 bar on a US connection somehow. Anyway, this is coming to the end of this part. I shall see you again in part 2. Don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and enjoy. Bye.